Good morning, friends. Good afternoon, friends. Thanks for joining us on Men Talk. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today's a gift from God. It's the present. Please enjoy. I have a very interesting, talented man with me today, and he's the one that was a partner highlight for January in the Echo, Jeff Hills.
Thank you for having me today.
This is Jeff Hills.
Thank you.
And he's going to tell us about yourself, family a little bit, whatever you'd like to talk about.
Well, I know many of you, but so I don't want to bore you with too much, but I've been with Otterbein for 5 years now, and my wife and I moved here in 2020, just like a lot of you do. We came here to be close to family. We were 5 hours away. We needed to be close to family. But back up from that, my wife and I just celebrated 51 years of marriage on December 7th.
He looks too young.
And then 2 weeks later, I had a birthday, 71.
Oh my gosh, so, you two look young for that too.
Yeah, I'm growing older, and it's a fun place to grow old here at Otterbein. So
yes, it is.
But we've been married for 51 years. We actually got married in Xenia, Ohio, so not far from here. That's where my wife grew up, and we met in Cincinnati. We were going to college at Cincinnati Christian University. Okay. And I went there for 2 years and then got sidetracked. And we got married and went back to Xenia for 4 years. And then we moved to Pennsylvania, where I grew up, Meadville, Pennsylvania, and I went into business with my family. So I have a background in manufacturing. I'm a tool and die maker by trade. Did a 4-year apprenticeship for tool and die. And then the next 23 years I spent as the vice president of marketing and sales for our business. So I actually would work with all of our customers, go out and quote the contracts. My job was to keep 200 of our employees busy. And it was a never-ending job.
And happy.
And happy. So it was a never-ending job because once a contract was done, or multiple contracts done, you couldn't slow down. You had to go out and get more work. And so our specialty was design and build of automated equipment, which was fun. So we had electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, we had trades of all types, whether it be welders, machine operators, tool and die makers. We had several people across the board, and we did a lot of work for the automotive industry. So keep in mind that I told you I went to college for 2 years. Okay, and then didn't finish. So that was always in the back of my mind. I need to go back and finish that. So at age 52, both of our sons, we have 2 sons, Jason, who lives here in Springboro with his family, and most of you know Laura Hills, who's my daughter-in-law. She's the independent resident coordinator here at Otterbein. And so Jason is married to Laura. They have 3 sons. And then my youngest son, Sam, him and his wife live in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. And he has a business right across from Findlay Market. Oh. So they have a hair salon there, a very high-end hair salon. I can't afford him. So
you don't get a coupon or a break?
No, his mother does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his mother makes sure that she gets her stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah. But we have the 2 sons. We have 6 grandchildren, but 5 of those are grandsons. So we have 2 sons, 5 grandsons. My wife comes from a family of 4 daughters. She didn't understand this boys' world. Okay, and so we've been teaching her over the years, but we all respect her, and from time to time we fear her. So
she leads a group.
She knows how to get our attention.
Okay,
but we have a good time. But back to the history of what we did was that not finishing college, I wanted to do that. And so at age 52, my wife and I, we sold out of our business in Pennsylvania, And I went to Lincoln Christian University, and there I finished a ministry degree and then went on to seminary at Lincoln Christian University. No idea what I was going to do. I have taught most of my life, whether that be teaching Sunday school, teaching special classes, leading Bible studies, but I have done a lot of teaching, so I thought I would get into a teaching ministry of some type, but no idea. And so we moved to Lincoln, Illinois, and I ended up in a Bible study with the president of an organization called Christian Homes that's very much like Otterbein Senior Life.
Oh.
We had 14, there was 14 communities in Christian Homes, and he started working on me and asking me to come be his vice president of development, which is fundraising. I told him no. I said I didn't leave a business to go into ministry, but then go back into business. Because I didn't understand. I was thinking of my grandmother's nursing home. I didn't understand faith-based senior care. So a year and a half later, he finally came to my apartment and said, we're going for a ride. And we went, and he showed me some of the communities that was underneath the Christian Homes umbrella.
That was smart of him.
It was, because immediately I saw how ministry was happening there. I saw how my skill sets, whether they be management, organizational skills, ministry skills, I saw how they all fit and I could use them. And so I told him yes. No idea how to fundraise, but he said, don't worry about it. All you have to do is you have to know how to have relationships. And you're good at that already. Because I do enjoy relationships, how to build relationships. And so I was with Christian Homes for from 2008 to 2020, so 12 years.
Wow.
I moved from just being the vice president of development to becoming a senior vice president, where I actually had development, hospice, marketing. What else did I have underneath my umbrella? And I'm not remembering. There was about 4 or 5 things I had underneath my umbrella. I had everything underneath my umbrella that was non-clinical.
They all sound
I
important.
had HR underneath me. And so everything that was non-clinical was underneath my umbrella. And I did that for several years. But then again, it was getting time for us to be close to our family.
Okay.
And I wanted to downsize. I'd always been in a position where it was more of a higher position of administration, and I wanted something a little bit less stressful.
Okay.
And so we moved back to where we live in Centerville now. And I told my wife, I said, I wonder if Otterbein has a position open I could do. And I wasn't even thinking development. I wasn't even thinking philanthropy. I thought anything that they would do, I'm close to retirement, I'll just go out there and see what they have. So I looked online, and Hodge Drake, who used to be the philanthropy director here, was retiring. And I knew it. I understood that position. I applied. They hired me immediately. So that was a God thing.
They knew a good thing too.
Well, that was a God thing. God was ordering my steps. I think this is exactly where God wants me to be. What was interesting was I actually got hired in February of 2020 and did not start until September of 2020 because of that nasty word called COVID.
Yes.
So, but that was good because my other company was treating me well. It gave me a very long severance package, so I was able to just sit back and test run retirement.
Okay.
And I knew I wasn't ready to retire. I needed something to do. And so it was confirmation that this was a good place to be.
Well, that's very interesting. I think people see you all the time and know you, but they like to know a little bit about you.
Sure.
So that's great.
Yeah.
So let's see, the next thing, would you like to talk about your hobbies? I mean, besides working all the time.
Well, I don't work all the time. I do have several hobbies.
Okay.
My dad, growing up, my dad knew nothing about anything to do with a ball.
Oh.
So I didn't play baseball, I didn't play basketball, I didn't play soccer, I didn't do that because my dad didn't know that. What my dad knew was everything that had to do with the outdoors. So camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, that's what I grew up with.
Okay.
And continue to do that today.
Okay.
Matter of fact, my oldest son and I just spent last weekend muzzleloader hunting. And so we were out doing that. So I still enjoy a lot of hunting and fishing and just being outdoors.
Do you fish and hunt around here? Or do
We
you go?
do. Okay. Yes. Spent most of my life as a runner, even though I don't look like a runner today.
I think you look pretty good.
I spent most of my life running. I started running.
Marathons?
I never did marathon. I did 5Ks and 10Ks. So the shorter races. I quit when we moved here. When we moved here, I started to develop some issues with my feet and quit running and immediately bought a bike because this area is rich with bicycle trails. So I bought a bike and started to do a lot of biking and still do that today. So another one of my hobbies that I've done for probably 25 years is I buy and sell antiques and collectibles. And so I do a lot of auctions, not so much garage sales anymore. That's too much running around for me. I do enjoy auctions. And so I buy things. My wife and I do collect somewhat. I collect a lot of pottery. I have a collection of 1800s canes, walking sticks.
Oh, wow.
And so I still do that. We moved to Centerville from a 5-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom condo. So all those antiques and stuff that I had been buying, we got rid of a lot. Because we had to downsize. But I still do that. I still buy and sell quite a bit. And enjoy that. And that was going to be a goal, was that once I retired, I was going to either open up a storefront, antique shop, or find a antique mall.
Lebanon's perfect for that.
And get into a booth of some type. But that whole world's starting to change a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Our generation doesn't need any more. So we're not buying the antiques.
That's right.
Our children's generation, they want IKEA. They don't. They don't want the antiques, and so it's become a little bit harder, but it's still fun. You just have to be careful what you buy.
Yeah, I enjoy going to the peddler's walk.
Sure.
And I see things I had as a child.
Yes.
I don't buy anything. I just, I remember that.
Yeah. Probably one of the most interesting things I ever bought was in one of my canes.
Oh.
And at the time, I did not know I bought it.
Oh.
I knew I bought the cane. There were several canes there from the 1800s. Some of them had gold tops, silver tops, and I bought 4 or 5 of them there. Well, this one cane was tarnished. The silver was tarnished, and when I got home, I cleaned it up. And lo and behold, it actually was, and you may not know this name. It was Horace Enoch Dummer. So his last name's Dummer. It was his walking cane, and it was presented to him by another lawyer. Well, who Dummer is, he was actually John Stewart's law partner prior to Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
And he was a personal friend of Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, my.
So there's all kinds of documentation about the two of them going back and forth, writing letters and stuff. Well, I have his cane. And so that's one that I'll hang on to. My kids know about it. So I told them, when you settle my estate, don't give it away.
No.
Make sure you realize the value in that. But
how did you figure that out, that it was his cane?
Because of the connection with the other lawyer that was on there. And plus I bought it 15 miles east of Springfield, Illinois. Of course, Springfield is where Lincoln practiced. So, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice one. So,
We're getting a lesson in history.
there you go.
You should have brought it.
Well,
I never thought, I didn't know about it. You could have brought it and showed us. Next time, bring it.
Okay. Yeah.
So now, do you have pets or did have pets?
We do not have pets. I think we're at the age we've had pets. They're a lot of work.
Kevin knows this.
Yeah, everybody knows they're a lot of work. But we want to be able to come and go when we want
That is true.
and not have to worry about boarding a pet or something. But over the years, I've had several pets. I told you my hobby was hunting and fishing, so I had a lot of hunting dogs.
Beagles?
I had beagles. I actually raised beagles. So I would breed beagles
Yep.
and then raise them, keep the cream of the crop for myself, sell the rest.
Okay.
And did that more than once. So yeah, so that was always fun. But currently, no pets.
Well, I don't have any. I've had them through the years, but not anymore either. Kevin has a couple cats.
Cats?
Yeah, I like the cats because they're easy. You can still kind of come and go as you please, and
Yeah.
you don't have to take them out. And it's when there's a foot of snow on the ground, I don't have to go walk them. So yeah, love me some cats. They're easy.
Well, my dad never liked cats, and for some reason he
I did. I had two.
gave me that thing. But my wife is allergic to cats, so
Yeah.
that solved that right off the
solved
bat.
that
Wow.
problem, yeah.
I learned that I was allergic about a month after getting my first
Oh
cat.
no!
So
And then you were hooked, and you didn't quit.
I'm hooked, and I'm kind of forced myself to get used to it.
Yeah.
So, well, we talked about pets. Now, talk about your job or your career here, maybe, or whatever, something about your
Well,
job.
it's been really fun here at Otterbein for me. Again, moving from a senior vice president position to a director position, a lot of the pressure is gone. And so I like that. And so I get to spend a lot of time. I tell people, there's over 800 residents here at Otterbein.
How many?
Over 800 residents.
Oh, I think maybe,
and I say,
maybe more.
I say I have over 800 friends.
That's a good way of putting it.
And that's how I look at it.
Yes.
My job, of course, is to be raising money for projects, capital campaigns, things that Otterbein is not able to do just through their normal operations. So I come alongside them and help them raise those funds.
Would you like to touch on the Tree of Hope? Because I wasn't real familiar with it myself, and now I am.
And that's one of the really touching projects
That
for me.
was very nice.
Because a Tree of Hope is always in December. It's around the Christmas time when we finalize the campaign. We're beginning it in November. But it's an opportunity for individuals to either remember someone through a gift or to honor someone through the gift. And this year was really special. Since I've been here, we've been growing the program, the campaign, and then growing the program because it finalizes in a program in the chapel. And I usually
That was a nice program.
I usually do a devotional type. We have Nancy Nason is great. I've been having her read the last 3 years. She's got such a gift for reading and making words flow. And so she's been doing that
She
for
writes
us.
well, too.
She writes well, yes. The bell choir was part of our program this year.
Yes.
That was touching. And then we have a video that we shoot. They used to read the names of the donor and the person that they're remembering or honoring, but we had over 100 people. And so that would be a long list of names to read. So we do a scrolling video.
That was nice.
And that is very nice. My son actually did that video for me, which is nice. And so it's just an opportunity for us to reflect on people who have been an influence in our life.
That's right.
And I think that's
we all want
important.
to do that, so it gives us a chance.
Yeah. That's very important for us because we are who we are today, you and I both, and Kevin, because people have influenced us.
Because of our ancestry and
We
our
try to get
friends.
rid of the bad influence, but we keep the good influence.
Oh, they also influence us, too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a perfect example, I honored my dad, or I used a gift to remember my dad and my mother. And my dad was one of my best friends. And he started the company that I worked for. Systematic Tool and Design was the name of that company. And he was my mentor as I took over sales, marketing, and sales. And I remember going to Delphi Electric, which is in Warren, Ohio. Mm-hmm. So it was a GM manufacturing company. And the purchaser brought me in, and he says, now I know you're taking over for your dad, but let me tell you something. Your dad has more integrity than anybody I've ever seen. And if I ever get the indication that you are lacking in integrity, we're done doing business.
I don't think that ever happened.
And so that was, luckily I had my father as an example, and I followed in his footsteps. Right. And so we had a long relationship with GM because of that. But I learned a lot from him on how to treat people, how to have relationships, how to do business, how to be a man of your word. Now,
you had some figures. Did you want to tell what's going to happen this next year?
The Tree of Hope was interesting because the most we've ever raised in the Tree of Hope up to last year was a little over 19,000. This year, over 31,000.
Oh my goodness, that deserves applause.
And it used to all go to benevolent care. And last year we split it. We said you can either give to benevolent care or to memory care. And that seemed memory care.
Oh, memory.
And that seemed to really bring in a lot more people. And so,
because a lot of people are touched by memory.
Right.
Yes.
And so I think that's why it was so successful this year.
Wow, that's a lot.
We were doing both. So yeah, it was great to be blessed by that.
Do you have, besides that, do you have another project coming up?
We have lots of projects coming up. Some of them I can talk about, some of them I can't talk about. Benevolent care, I always try to raise $125,000 for benevolent care. Okay, and that's to help individuals who have outlived their resources, and we come alongside and help them with that. Then
that's
yeah,
good thing.
This year I don't have the final figure yet because December's numbers aren't in, but it's going to be over 150,000. So we met our goal. Memory care,
people are living longer, and there's more people that need the care than 20 years ago.
Yeah. Memory care, I always try to raise 10,000. We'll meet that goal too because of Tree of Hope is going to help us go over that. A neat thing this year, we had a donor that has passed away but left a gift for $10,000 a year for 10 years.
That's excellent.
To be split between creative arts. So every year, creative arts gets $5,000. And you may have noticed, those of you who are involved with creative arts, Jana's doing a great job with ordering new equipment, making changes, supplies. So that's coming from that donor's gift.
Good.
Well, the other $5,000 went to Healthcare Resident Christmas Fund.
Okay.
So we buy presents for the residents living in healthcare.
Okay.
Asbury, Newcomer,
See, I didn't
Matthews,
know that.
Yes. And so this year we were able to buy some really nice presents for them. So we blessed them through a donor blessing us. And the neat thing is that gift's going to go on for 8 more years.
Yes.
So yeah. We have a project that we're carrying over into 2026. We started in 2025. It's YMCA equipment. It's called eGym equipment, smart equipment. So no one has an excuse anymore of not working out.
So what kind of equipment?
It's smart equipment.
Smart.
In other words,
It's probably way too smart
No,
for me.
you don't even have to think. All you got to be is just show up.
Hit a button.
Just show up. The YMCA staff will do an assessment. In other words, they'll determine how much you can do, how much you can lift and stuff. And then they'll give you a band for your wrist.
Okay.
So you walk up to the kiosk, you wave your band, and it says, "Welcome, Judy." So it welcomes you,
Do I have to say it?
and you can start your workout. So you go to the next machine, you wave your band,
Oh,
it sets the machine for you.
oh, wow.
In other words, it will set your, your legs, your seat, everything will be set for you.
That's good because I usually have to get help.
That's the hardest part. We're all intimidated by the gym because we don't know how to set the machines and we don't know how much to lift.
Right.
Well, this also sets the resistance on how much to lift.
Okay.
And the neat thing is, and there's 11 machines.
Okay.
So you go through all 11 machines, and then you can start over if you want to. If you're not wore out, you can start over. Yeah, the neat thing is, while you are doing the motion, you're looking at a screen, and this screen has a track,
Oh,
and in that track is a ball. And if you keep that ball in the track, you're doing the perfect motion. So you're getting the maximum of your workout. Okay. And this is what we're calling one of our brain health initiatives,
yeah.
because we all want to live longer, live healthier,
Yes.
and exercise is a key in doing that.
Motion is lotion.
Exactly. And we're actually rebuilding brain cells as we are physically working
Boy, I
out.
could use that.
So it's got a win-win,
Don't giggle over there.
yeah, win-win benefit. So
Well, do you have somebody that comes on the machine and says, "You're doing good, Judy. Keep going.
well,
Come
I'm
on.
not sure about that, but
I need encouragement."
yeah. So we're excited about that. That is $175,000, which is a lot of money.
Yes. Well, but it sounds worth it.
But a good thing is we've raised $136,000.
Oh, wow.
So we're close. So all we need to do is just, I think in the first quarter, hopefully we can finish this off, get this equipment in here, and then we can have a lot more people come into the Y and physically working out, which will be good for everybody.
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
So will they remove the other machines?
That's why we're doing this, is some of our equipment is wearing out
Okay.
and needs replaced.
Uh-huh.
And so we are looking at what to replace that equipment with. Do we just buy the same thing? Or is there something out that is better for senior communities? And we discovered eGym.
No,
So,
that
yes.
sounds good.
As a matter of fact, we are in partnership with the Countryside Y
Yes.
in Lebanon. They're buying the same equipment.
Oh,
Yes. So, yeah.
they're not buying it for us, though.
No. No, Otterbein has to provide all this equipment
They're
here.
in.
Yes.
Okay.
They only
Is there a
provide the
cost
staff.
for the bands?
There will not be a cost for residents.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, let's say I walk in and I talk to Dawn, we'll just use her, and she will put the band on my arm, and then she'll take me to the first machine.
Yeah,
or
it's a
whatever.
kiosk.
The
The first one is
kiosk?
just a kiosk.
Oh, okay.
So it
scan the
knows you're there.
kiosk,
It knows you're
okay.
there, and it welcomes you.
And it'll tell me what machine to start
And
on.
then they'll be right in a line,
Okay.
and so you just start on number 1.
I'll meet you there, Kevin. We'll learn this together.
Do you have to do all of them? You can just do,
No.
whichever ones you want.
If there's not anybody there and you don't like number 1,
Are you
go,
allowed to
you go
cut
down to
one?
number 3 or
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, that's what you had said a couple of times. You go from this machine to that, and so I just
Right.
figured you could probably go any order you want.
But if you do all 11, you get a full body workout.
oh, okay. So it is designed for you to kind of do the whole process.
Right. But some
But,
people aren't probably
Right.
aren't going to be able to do maybe like a leg machine.
Sure, yeah.
But they could the arm machines.
So let me another silly question, sort of. If I go to the kiosk and I go to the first machine, okay, it'll know my age, so it won't give me something too hard.
It knows your capabilities. And so it's only going to give you what you can lift.
How will it know that?
There's some sort of assessment.
They're
ahead of
doing an
time.
assessment up front.
Yeah.
So they're going to probably have, I don't know how the assessment will work, but they'll probably have you go to the machine and try it out and see
Yeah.
what you can do.
Okay.
And then that will be logged in. And then as you get stronger, you can increase it. Or
So
you can decrease
first
it.
time I'm there, I'm going to go real slow. That way they won't expect
There is like it's not a very long. You've played Pac-Man and stuff
Sure,
like that.
sure, yeah.
At first, you can't even do it,
Right.
and this is the same thing. You're keeping that ball in this track.
That's
Well, we took some residents with us. One of the residents couldn't keep the ball on the track, so we asked people about that. And they said it takes about a day.
Yeah.
And the next time you come, you learn that motion.
Yeah, you learn the resistance of the machine, and
Yeah.
you learn sort of, it's like anything, the first time you pick up something that takes some finesse,
Right.
you don't have it, but the more you do it, you get comfortable with
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when can we expect this?
As soon as it's paid for.
Sometime this year.
How much do we need? 136.
We need about 35,000.
Okay, Kevin, jump in there.
Yeah.
So you want people to know that if you want to donate to this
Right.
cause, be sure to put that on your letter or your check so that money goes to the
Sure.
Y.
Yeah, yeah.
That,
And that's the thing I want everybody to know, that when you restrict a gift to Otterbein, it is our responsibility to make sure we spend it exactly how you restricted it. And so it doesn't get spent for something else. It doesn't leave Lebanon and go to one of our other communities.
That's
it doesn't
good to
go
know.
over to corporate. It stays with Lebanon.
That's good to know.
So your gifts benefit where you live.
So the staff at RY will have to do some training
Oh, yes.
because there'll be some new
But they're a
things.
good staff.
Oh, they're terrific. They encourage me.
Yeah. Well, one of the fun things they did this year, the staff, and they're doing a great job. You seen our boxing ring?
Well, I haven't visited, but that sounds terrific.
Yeah, we have a boxing ring there.
And-
It's called Rock Steady Boxing.
And that is for memory. That's for Parkinson's.
It's originally was designed for individuals with diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Uh-huh.
That was actually invented by a man from Indianapolis.
Okay.
He was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and he was real frustrated over that because he wasn't that old. And his friend who worked out at the boxing ring or the gym all the time said, "Why don't you come down to the gym with me and take your frustration out on the punching bag?" So he started doing that, and over time, he realized things were changing. He could not write his name because of his tremors. After spending time doing this, he can write perfectly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how many people you have coming?
Oh my goodness. I don't know the number. I know that they've gone from 2 days a week to 4 days a week.
Really? Mm-hmm. You don't have to have Parkinson's, though.
I shouldn't say 4 days a week. They have 4 classes a week now
okay.
instead of, yes. And no, the interesting thing was we had this same thing in Otterbein Marblehead.
Uh-huh.
And they had an individual up there that was diagnosed with dementia, and he was having some behavioral issues.
Uh-huh.
So they took him in there and they allowed him to punch the
Box.
bags and do some things in there. After about 6 weeks, his brother and sister was visiting him, and they went to the executive director and they said, "What did you do to my brother?"
Wow.
And they said, "Why?" And they said, "This is the best visit we've had for a long time.
Isn't that wonderful?
He's talking to us again. We're having conversations." And so it's not just for Parkinson's.
Well, I'm definitely going to stop in next week and just view it.
Yeah.
And so I have a better idea
Yeah,
and talk about it on Thursday morning.
yeah. So that was a fun project. And the neat thing about that, it didn't take a lot of money, about $15,000,
Oh,
and people got behind it. We raised that money in 2 weeks. Wow. Yes.
so Mark's one of the teachers?
Yes.
I'm sure they have others.
Deb, I think her name's Debbie from Y. Yeah, Deb,
Debbie,
Deb from the Y
Debbie,
and Mark.
okay.
Yep. Mm.
Yeah, I think I've seen almost all of the staff up there
Right.
through various times that I've stopped by. So
Yeah.
I think almost all of them down there that you would know. Dawn, I think they're all been trained on it
Sure.
now. Yeah.
I've actually gone
have
up-
you videoed it yet?
Oh, we've done a little bit of it. Yeah,
Did you? I
it's
didn't
going to
see
be a longer term thing for us. We haven't put anything up on the OLN yet, at least not internal footage. But we have been collecting some footage so we can put something together here at some point this year.
Well, that was very interesting. the
Yeah, I've
boxing.
actually gone in and volunteered and helped with it. So it's been fun. Yeah.
Well, what else can you think about that we haven't discussed?
I got a question,
Do we have
Jeff.
time,
Yeah.
Kevin?
We might have already answered this question, but do you have a favorite project that you have worked
There,
on
that's
here
good.
at Otterbein that you've had to raise money for? And maybe it is the rock
Sure.
study, but
No, I mean, since I've been here, my first project was renovating Marble Hall.
okay.
Raised 700 and some thousand for that. That was fun to watch that. Main Street, we raised 757,000 for that. Wow. That was fun. But when you ask what's one of my favorite projects,
Yeah.
I have to say it's the robotic pets.
Oh, that's a good. That's
Tell
a
us
good.
about those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of money, $4,000. We've actually purchased 61 of those now.
Wow.
So the first time around, we raised about 4,000. And why that is so fun is that I get to watch when those pets are given to a resident that may have dementia or memory loss, and see the expression on their face, see them come alive, see them connect with that dog or that cat, and that's pretty touching. That's heartwarming.
That would be a favorite. Do they get to keep the pet, or do they use it for a while and then?
No, they keep the pet. Sure.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get those pets away from some
I've
of them.
not
Right.
seen anybody with one.
We
I'll
had-
have to find somebody that has one.
We had a resident in Newcomer who's passed away now. Her name was Maddie Hall, and she got a dog, and she what they thought she would benefit from the dog, and so what the social workers said, Maddie, will you watch this dog for a couple hours? And she says, yeah, and she did, and she enjoyed it, and they watched her enjoy it, and then they came back and said, well, why don't you just keep it for 2 or 3 days? And so she did, and she really started growing attached to it. Then they came back and said, Maddie, we want you to keep this dog, and she just instantly started crying. Oh. And she just loved that dog. Well, she changed the name.
Oh,
She changed the name to John the Baptist. Oh. So she called her dog John the Baptist.
that's cute.
Now, Kevin, you'll like this. She said the only problem with John the Baptist is he always interrupts me when I'm trying to watch the Cincinnati Bengals. So, but that was a fun story, and she really liked that dog.
Several of your stories are things that, and I hope that a lot of people, we don't know a lot about. We know about the robotic pets, but we don't know a lot about them, the story behind them.
Right.
And the gym, that was interesting to know about the new equipment.
Right.
So you're doing a real service to everybody, me included. Kevin probably knows everything.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned the robotic pets, because I've had some experience photographing some
you
of those
have.
residents or being around them. And I'll be honest, I was very, what's the word I want to use? Thank you. Skeptical about about that project, and like, really, we're spending how much money on these? But these residents, when they get these pets, it's a light bulb goes off sometimes, and you can't get those pets away from them, and they want to show you and listen to it purr or listen to it bark at you. Like, it's just been a great thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
been
they're
fun to
fun.
see.
And they can name them if they want
Oh,
to.
that's theirs. They can name it. Sure.
So, that sounds. I have to run into somebody that has one.
Right.
I'll find out someone and go visit.
Now, the good thing is you don't have to walk it. You don't have to feed it. You don't have to take it outside.
Can I get one?
It's almost like me with my cat, right? I don't have to walk it outside.
There you go. There you go.
Well, this has been very wonderful. You have informed us on so many great things we maybe touched on, but didn't know the details. And the Tree of Hope is probably one of my favorites.
That's a nice one because Tree of Hope makes us pause, makes us stop and reflect. And we all need to do that from time to time.
Now I see a picture there of the veterans. Did you work on the veterans? I think that was 2 years ago or so.
When I came here, Ann Gallagher had already started working with the veterans on a veterans memorial, but it got put on the back burner.
Oh.
And then I met Larry Rankin, who heads up the veterans group, and we started talking about that. I said, why don't we try to see what we can do? And so my idea behind the Veterans Memorial was, I'm not a veteran, and so let's let the veterans decide what this is going to look like.
I see.
So I put a group of 6 people together. I think it was 6, maybe 7. All but 2 of them were veterans. And then there was just 2 residents that helped join. And I said, okay, now I'm going to walk away, but here is what you need to do. You need to come up with a design, and here's what we need to stay within. I gave them a budget, and they did.
It's wonderful.
And so, yeah, they came up with the design of the memorial was out there. They did a great job. And so we did that, and then a year later, we raised the money to add the branch flags. So now we have 6 branch flags out there.
And I love those too.
Yeah.
Yes, we just got to hire the wind to keep them blowing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just went out the other day, and Jeremy was already on top of it. I told Jeremy there's a few of those that are getting tattered because of the wind.
Oh.
And he said I've already ordered them. So we have new ones coming in. So yeah, the wind is brutal right there.
Yeah, that was. I've ridden by there or whatever, and I really think they need to have another ceremony at the memorial, because I didn't get to that first one.
We added a lot more cement there, so that we could have bigger groups out there, and people that are in a wheelchair or walkers or something can get around fine.
Right.
So
right. It's very nice. I've been.
But that was fun. You know, that's giving back to people who gave to us through their service.
Well, and I also love the company that did the engravings and stuff on it was also a local company.
It was.
I appreciate whenever we can get other local Lebanon companies involved.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I don't know what else we can talk about. Kevin's not ready to turn us off, are you?
Up to you guys.
We can keep talking.
Yeah, up to you
guys.
So,
what kind of physical exercise do you like to do?
Oh my goodness, we're not talking about that.
You bike? Well, you bike. You said you go biking. Yeah. Does your wife bike with you?
When I go 5 miles or less, my wife goes with me.
Okay. Yeah, we had bikes years ago, but now I'm not sure with balance if I should do a bike.
She doesn't go with me when I take my road bike, because I have my Garmin on there, or not my Garmin, my GPS on there, and I'm paying attention to my time, and I'm going at least 30 miles, and she doesn't like doing that. So
now there it tells you the age difference. A GPS on a bike?
Mm-hmm.
We were lucky to have a bell.
You got to know how fast you're going and how far you're going.
I know, but that's great. So biking's a good
I'll tell you
activity.
a funny story, though, about my biking.
Okay.
I asked my wife, my son, my youngest son is a biker. He races in some pretty big races, and he's pretty serious about it, and he does well. And I said, I don't understand how these people that look older than me and look like they're not in the same shape that I think I'm in just blow right by me. Why do they do that? I said, I got a fast bike. He says, you're not clipped in.
What's that?
That's when you actually have clips on your pedals that you lock your shoes into. That way you're pushing down and pulling up. So I got the bright idea, I want to go faster, I'm going to clip in. I didn't research it. And I didn't know you could adjust the clips. So I went on a 30-mile ride. A couple of the crossroads were a little squirrely when I got there, trying to get my foot out. I get all the way back after 30 miles into the parking lot where there's probably 50 people, and I can't get my foot out of the clip.
Oh.
and I just wiped out. When you can't, you're slowing down and you can't get your foot out, you're going to fall over.
So they unclip or they unhook, or how do you do
You have to snap your foot. Snap your foot out.
Oh, is that what you do?
But I went home and I took them off and went back to my other pedals. And I don't worry if someone passes me.
Right. Pass me all you want. Yes.
I've heard so many horror stories just like that.
Oh my goodness!
Clips.
That was. Yeah. Now the bad thing is, a lot of people pass me, but they're using the e-bikes, the electric bikes. There are so many electric bikes on the bike trail now.
That's kind of cheating.
Oh, it's cheating, but they're out there.
But they're moving.
They're out there enjoying it.
That's right.
It's a nice backup. So like my mom's been a biker for a long time, gave it up for a while, and then about 3 years ago decided she wanted to get back into it again.
Right.
And my dad sort of laid down the law and said, we're getting you an e-bike, one of the hybrid ones that you can use it like a normal bike, but then you can also hit a button and it becomes electric. But he was like, I'm not letting you take a long bike ride without having that as a backup feature. So I think a lot of people buy them for that reason. You get tired, then you can kick on the
it's
motor.
a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Are you biking, Kevin?
No.
Why don't you bike with your mother?
I should, but I need to go get a bike.
You're too busy right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy, but I need to go get a bike to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been a very interesting interview, and I hope if there's anything else, don't let me cut you off too soon.
No,
Well, thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you.
You've been a delightful guest.
All right.
And we will have you back again.
Okay.
Usually 6 months. We'll talk maybe around the Tree of Hope.
Okay.
That'd be a good time. And any other projects. Well, we want to hear more about the why.
Sure.
So would you like to say goodbye to our guests?
Well, thank you for allowing me to share with you. And my office is right across from the receptionist desk in Campus Center. Door is always open. You're welcome to come there. If I haven't met you, I would love to meet you. When it comes, don't ignore me just because I'm a fundraiser. As I'm walking down the hall and I see you, don't go like this. He's going to ask me for money, because that's not what I do. This is your home. And occasionally I give you opportunities to invest back into your home. And if you don't, that's fine. Guess what? We still have a relationship. We're still friends. And so there's never any pressure at all. All I am doing is inviting you to join us in a number of different projects. And if they fit, fine. If they don't, that's fine too, because this is still your home. So thank you.
And thank you all for joining us. And we'll see you in about a month for Men's Talk. Thank you. Bye-bye.